This is Nimble Market Mapper. It is a discovery and enrichment agent that we created. You give it just a simple ICP, such as AI-powered vertical SaaS companies in healthcare, 11 to 200 employees, US or Israel, Series A or later, and it will automatically discover companies and enrich them, giving us key access to data points such as contacts, a summary of the company, the industry, tech stack, company name, headquarters, key contacts, and more. And all of this is done automatically by Nimble web search agents within a trust framework that gives us high confidence in the information that we have. I'm going to hop over into Claude Code here so we can see how we built it. The stack includes Nimble web search agents. We have two agents here, a discovery agent that finds the companies in line with the ICP, and then an enrichment agent that goes out and collects additional information about them. We're using LangChain and Claude to create an orchestrated pipeline with a natural language chat over the mapped data set. You can see that here. I can actually ask questions. Who raised the most funds? And it will look over the data set and answer that question for me based on the information that it's collected. It's keeping a ton of information about these companies behind the scenes that it's collected, which it can also use to answer these questions. You see, I get a table here. Iterative Health has raised the most funding. We go back over here. We're using Supabase to store the information. We're using Streamlit for our dashboard, but this is just the dashboard behind the scenes. This all works agentically, and we're using Python for the coding. How did we build it? First, we validated before building. We actually used in the Nimble gallery, we have templates that we used as the basis for our agent, and then we customized those. We configured those using Nimble Web Search Agent features, such as a custom schema, hard constraint goals, prioritized sources, and effort tiers in order to match it specifically to what we were aiming to do. We saved the raw responses as is in Supabase so that there's a ton of information we get back from the agents as they do the research. Not all of that is necessarily relevant to what we're trying to display or to what we're trying to include in our data process, but storing all of that means that in the future, as design changes, we still have a wealth of information that we can fall back on. And final live end-to-end, we started with 10 companies as a test and then expanded that. So how does the app work? You describe an ICP in plain language. The discovery agent researches asynchronously. It only takes a couple of minutes. It goes over it prioritizes a list of sources, including LinkedIn, Crunchbase, Wellfound, TechCrunch, and others. We then filter and land. The rows are deduplicated, and then they're checked against our exclusion list and size constraints. Then we enrich. There's a separate agent that runs on each company, and that goes out with a concurrency cap, and every field arrives with its own citations and confidence grade. If we go back into the app and we go into the map, we can see a degree of trust that we have on each one. And then if we load a highly trusted, such as Navina, for example, and go down into the information, you can see that per field, we actually have a degree of trust. And where the trust is medium, we even can see 4 of 7 claims below high, and we can dig into that. The trust panel gives us a per field grade that aggregates the confidence with a count breakdown like we just saw. And finally, we have the expand and chat. We can go into the chat and ask deeper questions. All of this was built within a few minutes with Claude Code, and because we used existing templates, of which there are many in the Nimble Agent Gallery, we were able to very quickly take something that was kind of similar, a kind of go-to-market agent, and then just customize and tweak it for the exact task we wanted to do. I hope you enjoyed this app. It's available on GitHub, so you can source it and use it and see how it works behind the scenes.